Hey everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Coding Beard is here, and welcome to my first experiment. If you are here for the first time on my YouTube channel, let me just explain the concept real quick. So here I'm just going to do some experiments, trying new stuff and trying new programming languages, for example, that I have not tried before, trying to do things from scratch in a limited amount of time, challenging myself, and a lot of different and crazy things. So just keep in mind, these are not some educational tutorials, because you won't see any educational content here. I'm just gonna try to show you how I am trying new things and do new experiments, and that's all. So it's just for fun. If you are interested, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and let's go. In this experiment, we are going to try an old programming language called Fortran. For those who have no idea about it, Fortran is a compiled imperative programming language designed for numeric computation and scientific computing. This language was developed by IBM in 1957 for scientific and engineering applications. We are not going to get into so much detail about this, but if you are interested and want to learn more about it, I'll leave the link in the description down below. First, let's get started with the installation. To get the native binaries for Windows, go to fortran-lang.org website, open the link and choose the release version that you want to download. Click on the executable and the file will start downloading. This may take few minutes, so I'm gonna stop recording here and I will get back to you when the download is finished. Okay, the download now is done, so we need to install the compiler on our machine. Just open the executable and the installation will start. Actually, it's quite simple and it is not that complicated. And congratulations! GCC has been installed on your computer successfully. So now to check if everything is fine, we just need to do one simple step. First, we need to open the command prompt and check if the installation was fine. First of all, I just need to clear the screen. Okay, and next I'm gonna type the command mentioned on the website, gfortran --version. And as you can see, it's not recognized as an internal or external command, so I need to restart my computer and I will get back to this. Now I'm back after restarting my computer and I need to check if the installation is okay, so I'm gonna reopen the command prompt and I will retype the gfortran --version command, and here we go. So we can see here that we have the message that was mentioned on the website, and yeah, I think everything is okay, and now we can start coding with Fortran. So let's go. If you can see the message, we can just verify our path variable. We just need to open the settings, advanced system setting, go to environment variable and check the path variable, edit, and check if the GCC path is added to our path environment variable. If that's the case, so everything is fine and you can start coding with Fortran. Okay, now we are going to exit. And we are going to start with our famous program Hello World. So we need to open our text editor. I'm gonna use Notepad++. In this case, I really don't need an advanced IDE, so I'm gonna save the file. And as we can see on the website, the Fortran files have the extension of 890. So I'm gonna create a new folder. I'm gonna call it experiments. And I am going to save my file hello.f90. So I'm just going to follow the exact same steps on the website, so I make sure I don't mess around with anything and everything goes fine. Okay, so you can see it's gonna be saved with .f extension. I'm just gonna rename that just in case. I really don't know any issues, especially with simple things. I just going to check if the F90 exists in the Fortran extensions, and yeah, that's the case. It exists. It does exist. Okay, so now I'm gonna start writing some code. And to start a program in Fortran, we're gonna start with the word program and end our program with end program with the name our program that we are writing. Okay, so program hello. Okay, this is a comment. This is how we set a comment in Fortran. Print star comma, and we're gonna print our message hello world. Hello world. Okay, so now we are good to go and program hello. I think this is it. So now we just need to compile our file, and I'm gonna type cmd here to go directly to the file path and clear the screen. And I am just going to type the command for compiling our file. So you just can type cmd right there to open directly in the path that you are going to go with your command prompt. Okay, so I'm just gonna type gfortran. Gfortran is not cfortran, it's gfortran. Our Fortran file hello.f90-o hello, and this we can create our executable. Okay, I think we don't have any message and we don't have anything, so I'm assuming that everything is fine. And now I'm just gonna type the name of my program and execute it, so we can have our first Fortran program. Oh, okay, so really I'm messing around here. I'm not using Linux, so I'm just gonna type hello, and here we go. So we have our hello world program written in Fortran. So we did it. We are now Fortran developers, and here is our message, and yeah, everything is good. Now we can go a little bit further and we can start using variables. So I'm gonna open my text editor. I'm gonna create a new file. So save as, and I'm gonna name my file Fortran variables.f90. Okay, I'm gonna choose the Fortran extension. Okay, I'm gonna add the 90, save, and okay, so we just created the file. I need to check the variable documentation on the official website, and as I can see here, it's really not that complicated. So to declare a variable, you just need to type the variable type, double dot, variable name, and of course I'm gonna start with variables. So as usual, we're gonna start with program, the name of our program, implicit none, so I think that's for non-implicit typing, because it is strongly typed language, and we are just going to start using some integers, integer x and another integer y, and I'm gonna end my program just right here. Okay, and program variables, and I need to see how we can assign some values to our variables, and it's really quite simple. We just need to use the equal sign to assign values to our variables. So I'm just gonna assign some values to x and y, and I'm gonna display the sum of these two variables, and I think that's pretty much it. We're not going to get into so much things with variables, because as a first experiment it's a little bit long. Okay, so I'm gonna type my file name to compile our second program. Okay, so what's happening here? Just a second. Okay, I'm just typing the name of my file, but I think I'm spelling it wrong. Okay, just delete that and I'm gonna retype it again. Okay, Fortran variable. Yeah, it's Fortran variables, and I'm just typing variables. Fortran variable dot f90-o variables, and we are going to execute our program variables, and here we go. So we have the sum of the two variables, which is 40, and yeah, that's pretty much it about variables. So it's really not that hard, it's really not that complicated, and we are good to go now. Okay, so for the last program that I'm going to try to implement a sorting algorithm. So first I just need to see the array documentation on the official website. I'm going to create a new file, a Fortran file. I'm just gonna name it sorting, choose the extension. Okay, sorting.f90, save. Okay, as usual, we are going to start typing our program, the name of our program, and the program with the name. Okay, so here we are going to start declaring some variables. So I'm gonna type the variable, comma, dimensions, and I'm gonna give it the size of the array. So this is how we can declare an array in Fortran. I'm gonna declare another integer. I'm gonna call it x. So this variable is gonna be used for swiping the consecutive members of the array, and this v variable is going to be used for verification. So the type of algorithm that I'm going to try to implement is the bubble sorting. So the bubble sorting principle is quite simple and it doesn't require that much attention or focus. So and yeah I need some focus because I just forgot to type implicit none. So this statement is important here in our case, especially when I don't have any idea about the programming when I start coding with Fortran. Okay, so I'm gonna assign 0 value to our verification, and I need to check a few things about the conditional statements and loops in Fortran and how it's done. So we need a do-while loop in our bubble sorting algorithm. So here's the syntax of how we can implement loops and use nested loops, if conditions, and different things in Fortran. So the syntax is quite easy, so I need to go back to my text editor. So for those who have no idea about the bubble sorting, it's pretty simple algorithm. We just need to compare every consecutive members of an array. So if, for example, the member in the I position is superior to the member of I plus 1, so if our actual member is superior to the next member, we just gonna swipe the 2 values, and we're gonna do that again and again and again and again until we have no comparison, until we have no swiping to do, in other words. So that's really simple, and yeah, it's one of the simplest algorithms that you can implement. Okay, I'm just typing few comments so you can understand better the principle of the bubble sorting. Okay, so we are just going to swipe the positions and we are good to go. Okay, now we need to start writing our loops. As I said earlier, we need a do-while loop first. So in this loop, we need to use that v variable to verify if we still have any more swiping to do or not. So if v, we're gonna do this while v is equal to 0. But first, I'm gonna assign the value 1 to our v variable. I'm just going to declare the last index. So the last index is gonna have the size of the array in the beginning, but we just gonna decrement that, and just for less comparison. Honestly, if you don't have to use the last index variable, because it's really just for optimization, and that's all. It's really not gonna affect the result of the algorithm. So your bubble sorting will keep working anyways, and you really don't have to use the last index or decrement it. We just need it for optimization. And I'm gonna assign 6 to it, which is the size of the array, as I said. Okay, we have values in our array, so I said I'm gonna put the value 1 into the v variable. So value 1 is for verification, and you will see how we are gonna use that in just a minute. And now we need to do some other loop. We're gonna use a nested loop in the do-while loop, and it's gonna be do loop. We're gonna need the index, the index variable, the I variable, which is the rule of every do loop or for loop if you are using modern programming language. Okay, so I just need to declare the I variable. So integer dots I, and okay, we are good now. Okay, now we are going to use the if statement. Okay, here you can see it. It's pretty easy syntax. The if, and we are going to check if our current position is greater than the next position. Okay, so that is the principle of the bubble sorting, and if that's the case, so in this case we do have comparison to make. So we do have some swiping, we do have some switching the values of the two members of the array. So we're gonna set v to 0, so we are not going to exit the loop now because we have something to change. We are going to use the x variable to assign the current member to it, and we're gonna do, honestly, it's a simple switching between two values of these array members. It's really not that complicated or stuff. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Honestly, it's really not that hard, it's really not that complicated, it's really not that hard. Honestly, the bubble sorting is one of the easiest algorithm. I actually really loved it since high school. It's really useful if you want to try something new, a new programming language. You can just type it and type some code using the bubble sorting and use it, because it has really almost everything: loops, conditions, variables, arrays, everything. So as you can see here, we are using the last index, so we are going to decrement the last index value after each do loop. Okay, so the compilation, we have some problem. Okay, I'm just gonna see the documentation if anything is wrong. Okay, I'm just seeing the nested loop. Maybe I need to add these labels. Okay. Okay, loop control statement, conditional construct. Okay, honestly, I don't see any problem with my code, but to be honest, I really don't know. Okay, just a moment. I'm just gonna try this simple loop and see if there is anything wrong with it. Okay, I'm just going to swipe two positions and see if everything is fine. And yeah, Yeah, as you can see, everything is okay. Okay, so we have something wrong in our code. Just let me check really quick. We still have the error message. Okay, let's see if we can find anything on Stack Overflow. Okay, I'm just gonna remove the comments. I'm just doing some goofy and stupid things. It's really can solve my problem in this case, but I'm just gonna see if we can find anything else, anything that can help me. Okay, we're just gonna check the brackets. No, but yeah, everything is fine. Oh, and okay, that was that was really embarrassing, because in the do while we need a condition and we just need to type double equal just for comparison, and that was the error. And you can see that our bubble sorting algorithm is working fine, and we have our array sorted as we want. So this is our final thing in trying the Fortran programming language. If you like the video, just hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next experiment. Bye.